Hey guys, how goes it? Sans again. How you doing today? So, we're playing something called AquaNox, out of, ArcDK's, lovely chest of games from Steam. So, let's go ahead and start this bad boy, shall we? So, this doesn't have a mouse at all, so, yeah. Story, or instant fight, what is that about? Screw it, we'll go story, let's see what the story is. Oh, hello, beautiful, how you doing? Alright, so, I know nothing about this game, so I'm going in with low expectations. They're so low, they're dirt.
I breathed in the cool, pure air, tasting the rich oxygen and nitrogen. My eyes filled with tears. The sun hovered behind the horizon like an orange fireball. Sunny, that was the latest buzzword. It was talked about
Sunny.
now with every breath, and suddenly I knew what it really meant. I stretched out my hand to feel the warmth, to touch its face. Then the timer squealed and a voice roared in my ear. Simulation room S23, your time is up.
The gentleman's talking as if like he,
2 hours later,
he's reading off a grocery list. Let's get some bread, some butter. Oh, can't forget the ketchup. Oh,
my pilot seat massaged my body as I accelerated on full dipole drive, spearing into the black heart of the lifeless ocean.
were you guys going for like a Twilight Zone kind of feel, you know?
But the oceans were no longer as dead as they seemed. Scientists brewed gene cocktails and chromosome soups without sanction, rebreeding every life form within range of their test tubes. Mighty sharks, dolphins, even the greatest carnivores that ever lived. Primordial beasts that had terrorized the oceans 150 million years ago.
Okay. These guys seem to be having
Scientists did
issues.
what they pleased, including creating new branches of life where evolution refused to go.
Oh, that's
They
gonna be
earned
great.
so many credits with their tinkering that even the most powerful computers struggled to keep up with the total. But behind the glittering facade of tungsten, titanium, and niobium, the calcareous whole of human
What is
existence
niobium?
crumbling. The frequency of mass disasters increased dramatically.
Niobium.
Amok runners, psychotics, high-tech slave
Sounds like a
drivers,
very bad,
gene adulterators, and
bad
slick
stomach ache or
techno
something.
dealers prowled
Hey,
everywhere.
how you feeling today? I got a little bit of a niobium right now.
Into chaos.
Okay.
My name is Emerald Deadeye Flint. I'm
Emerald
tracking
Deadeye
down the
Flint.
remaining
You could just be
bions
Emerald
scattered
Flint.
throughout the oceans. Each one a potent germ posing danger to the world of Aqua. I carry out the Biont mission with my 4 wing pilots, Degrange, Piccolini, Harper, and Bonham, and my onboard computer, Sally. Clients are international, representing every government.
Sorry about the bones popping there.
When the Bionts appeared out of nowhere 5 years ago, aiming to extinguish human life in the oceans, I had no objection. On the other hand, it didn't hurt my cash box any to give humanity a short reprieve, so I went for the credits. But during the
Okay.
destruction of the Bion stronghold off Australia, called the Survion, my friend Han Long sacrificed her own life so I could place the final explosive charge. Now I don't sleep too easy. And I won't.
Please
till
tell
every
us
last
more
remnant
about
of the
your
Bion
very impressive and extraordinary life that seems so action-packed that you sound like Bill Nye.
The Atlantic Federation.
Or not Bill Nye, what's the other guy? Bill Stein, or Ben Stein, yeah. Ben Stein. You sound like Ben Stein. I'm waiting for like a wild Clear Eye commercial to pop up here.
Establish the optimal political system in Aqua. All the while, Neapolis sinks deeper and deeper into a slick of pseudo-democracy.
So is this what
racism,
Rapture would have turned
techno-devotion,
into?
and
Yes,
corruption.
I've played BioShock.
Now the new lies.
It was quite shocking
call
to the
themselves
bio, if you know what I mean.
Democrats, are making the capital ungovernable, leading only to endless discussions, bureaucratic acrobatics, and a weakened city with a leaderless army. I was glad I was finished there and on my way to the tornado zone in the eastern Pacific. People take drugs in the tornado zone instead of ingesting nanorobots for cures, and their free-thinking attitude translates into free action as well. I was
What?
homesick, and I missed every screwball and dangerous freak who'd be waiting there to greet me.
Okay.
On the way, I made a short side trip to the Argentine basin to see my friend, El Topo, the mole. Nobody pulls strings like El Topo, who can get almost anything done behind the
El
politicians'
Topo,
backs.
the mole. El Topo.
El
You're
Topo
gonna topple someone over
with
with that
an
way.
important job, a secret
Just
scientific
saying. You
sensation.
can cut down a little bit
I
on the
got a little
mustard.
bored until he came to the part about earning lots of credits. So I went to Magellan and spent a few hard hours
He's
at
been having
Mariner's
himself a
Dive,
little bit too many
the
hot
rotten
dogs, if you know what I
workers'
mean.
dive, where I downed mid-brain assassins with a few old friends. Just as the world turned into the carousel I was hoping to ride, I caught sight of some jerk clearing off with a Zuka bus. I had never thought about that happening. Someone just stealing my ship out from under my nose. But there it went. Suddenly I was back to square one again in my old stomping ground. Broke, exhausted, and listing heavily.
Huh. Okay then.
Shut up, Perry.
Why? I didn't say a word.
Just because. I don't want to hear anything about...
The hero got his ship stolen? By a handful of poor neo-yuppies.
I'll get the Zuka bus back. And then I'm going to examine the prostate gland of that butthead who took her with her bow.
Still as hard as vanadium.
You go, wait, what?
Out of his magnanimous
I
generosity,
wanna-
El Topo donates the toilet. A real death trap. Make contact with him in El Topo's asylum.
Okay. Would that be Doc? Okay. I would like to point out what was just said there. I'm gonna examine the prostate gland of whatever butthead told it. I don't know if they thought that was good writing, but that brings a whole new meaning to several things I would like to point out, but it would be a little bit too adult for you.
How was your vacation in the TransUnion?
Surface simulation, light, oxygen, women, good food, women.
I heard about your mishap. The succubus was really stolen right from under your nose?
Yeah, man, yeah.
Please, let that be more of a fake
I'll
laugh.
get her back. And then...
Please.
I'm sorry,
You gave
it was
me
just
a
bad.
graphic description. How are things at the front?
There aren't as many of them now, but there are still enough bions to give you sleepless nights.
Suggestion. You'll get a lightning-fast high-tech cruiser. All you have to do is blow away a little bion trash. It's floating around the habitats.
How about getting some guys in the orange suits to take care of them? You're just so nice to me.
Thank you, thank you. Now listen. I want you to take the toiler and recon the situation. We've just received a shipment of 3D screens and nanorobots. The captain of the cargo ship wants someone to hold his hand while navigating the slalom. First, I want you to meet Commodore Sul. He's
Commodore
one of those
Sul.
young, dynamic
That
fellows
sounds like a
around
great
the
name.
offices.
We'll sue you later.
The situation in Neapolis is worse than bad. And your old friend, Admiral Cox, is drifting towards the political scrap heap. There's definitely
They
something
just
else
said
on the
Admiral
agenda.
Cox. I'm done.
And that's why
I can't
they
even make a
need
pun out of that with sounding dirty.
Commodore Sul will
That is
fill you
horrible.
in.
Admiral
When the
Cox.
job's
How you
done,
doing,
come
Mr.
to the
Cox?
gallon.
It's Admiral. Well, that's good to know, Admiral Cox. Cox it to you.
Light, my name is Commodore Sewell. Pleased to meet you, Deadeye.
Call me Flint, Commodore. Deadeye is reserved for friends and mortal enemies.
Oh, I was hoping we could be friends. I'll come to the point and not waste time. The political situation in Neapolis is, let's say,
Wow, the character you play as is
the new
a
line,
giant
which I'm a
douche.
member, are progressive thinkers.
It's like, Deadeye is
government
made for
blocks
friends and
anything
enemies.
that's
So
fresh,
that's nice to
daring,
know.
and
I wouldn't call you Deadeye even if you were my friend.
piece
I'd
of
call you
information
Trevor. You look
has
like a
been
Trevor to
very
me.
expanded.
How you doing,
I'm not
Trevor?
allowed to tell you what it is, but I need your help to complete it. Admiral Cox will arrive here in a moment. I suggest a conference. Anyhow, Light, Flint, I'll be in touch with you when the time comes.
And don't forget your credit card. The shortest way to friendship.
Boston Hopper here. You need wings, bro.
I think I'll manage alone, Boston.
Okay, then. I have a couple of belts with the ground. At least she knows how to trick.
You should see the bucket of boats El
What's in his neck? Is it like where he's been smoking cigarettes or something? You like puts him in there and he starts smoking away? Oh, thanks. You just shut up. That's great.
Oh, Flint, back again. Like the Gulf Stream, you disappear into the depths in the north and float secretly back to Florida.
Oh.
That's me, a wanderer. What about you?
Oh, I got big troubles. One of those damn Neapolis boys got a hold of me the other day, full of light water, and said we had an architectural problem. He wanted to fix it with a few torpedoes.
Sounds like a kook. He heavily armed?
No. El Topper had his ship scanned. It's an old Gorgon-class Atlantis bomber. Easy to crack from the front. I think El Topper's going to hire someone to take out that brain-dead terror tourist. Speaking of which, there's a worthless wise guy named Freeman at Magellan. You might want to talk to him before he takes the job away from you.
What makes you think I'm looking for work?
Well, for starters, your new boat looks like a water bug with a bad case of gas. If I was you,
Oh,
I'd
this
make
voiceover
friends
is
as
so
possible.
spot
Oh,
on.
by the
Not
way,
really. It's the
Neapolis
worst.
boys crossing off the Gamma.
I know several
New
people
station.
overseas that would very much not like to hear that person talk. I like how you just shut up mid-sentence. This is a great game.
Do you think the breathing gas seems a little dense?
Yeah, it's hard to breathe. My analyzer shows the carbon dioxide ratio is way too high.
That's definitely a problem with the mixture. In spite of helium-17 and significant reductions in pressure at the stations compared with 5 years ago, we're having rising health problems, like microbubbles, joint pain, personality changes.
Why don't our magicians invent something better?
In confidence,
Oh
I can tell
yeah,
you that
because
there
this
is a
is
rumor
magic
of an
and not
ultrafine
science. Hey,
Even
Harry
higher
Potter.
than helium.
I thought I told you come in
But
here and get
apparently
that with that
something
wand
wrong.
waving man.
Scientists of Machina were on their way to Neapolis
Good God.
and had a short stop here, and the breathing gas samples disappeared. Can you believe it?
Oh yeah,
Cases
sure.
and cases of the stuff simply gone.
Of course I can believe it. Who else might want that stuff?
Think about it, man. Who's the biggest shark in our little goldfish bowl? If you want to know more, talk to Frog. She's a light designer working out of Talasso.
How many more people am I gonna have to talk to?
Juan.
Quite a paranoid character, isn't he? No doubt he blabbered to you about the...
I didn't know squeak toys could talk!
Yes, I see. Well, there is something to it.
Who could have stolen cargo like that?
Think about it.
Every time she opens her mouth, I wanna die! Oh my god!
Transport and oxygen.
Right.
Oh my god!
Oxygen simply stands for breathing gases in general. Because pure oxygen would be poison at the pressures we live under. That's why we need better air, and why that super gas is worth billions of credits.
So you think Entrox is behind the theft?
Mister, those guys down there in the Gulf of Florida have hearts colder than a dead politician. Talk to Shakti. She's a star
Oh my
woman
god.
on Entrox.
It's not like a non-stop run around narration game. When do I start actually shooting things? Oh, thank you for shutting up.
How are things in the Argentine basin? Must be 5 years since I've been here.
There are too many screwballs from Neapolis coming over. Because of the magma eruptions along the mid-Atlantic ridge, whole hotel chains are going up for them.
So what's the problem?
They get drunk because they're not used to our booze. Then the city slickers hang out and act like seahorse cowboys. Every weekend, one of those Neapolis punks runs amok or threatens a jump ship route by racing around their habitats. They even steal ships for crash dive.
Steam is building all over Aqua. I don't know how anybody's gonna keep the lid on.
Okay. I had no credits. I'm assuming this is where I'm supposed to go and get going, but I don't have any idea. I mean, like, the conversations are so horrible. Like, the voice actors just sound like they're just having the worst time in the world.
Where is my Zuka bus? What kind of wreck are you hauling my circuits around in? Holy mackerel. Do you remember the high-up a couple of years ago? Just before the Bionts came on the scene? That was awful. But this tin can. Couldn't you have asked El Topo if we could get the high-up? Okay. Show me what you can do. I've put a navigation point on the junk pile. Just follow the arrow.
Oh, now the mouse works. Okay, what am I supposed to be doing? What am I supposed to be doing? Assuming I'm supposed to shoot this stuff. Alright, Hana. Oh, that's bright. Oh, I can't look down now. What? Oh, there we go. The mouse is a little bit not sensitive. It's like trying its hardest. I don't see any more scrap anywhere. Oh, wait. Is that scrap? There we go. Alright, now listen, I already did all the scrap. What am I supposed to do after that? I don't have any idea what I'm supposed to do after. Oh, there's an explosion in the background somewhere. What'd I do? Okay. I'm just gonna sit here. I got no idea what I'm supposed to do here. Retry mission. I don't exactly know what the mission is supposed to be. It's not exactly like you guys are telling me what I'm supposed to do. You just gotta flip an orange thing in there.
Hi, Flint. Where is my Zuka bus? What kind of wreck are you hauling my circuits around in? Holy mackerel. Do you remember the high-up a couple of years ago? Just before the Bionts came on the scene? That was awful. But this tin can. Couldn't you have asked El Topo if we could get the high-up?
Okay. Is there like a journal page or something? button control. Well, that's definitely what is this? Let's not do that again. That's pretty though. There we go.
Attention, Flint. A cargo ship reports contact with a Biont unit. I put a navigation point there for you. Move out, baby.
Alright, so it's now the ship is programmed. Call me baby.
The freighter has lost her cannons. She's moving across the debris without defense. You've got to clear the way before she springs a leak.
There's some music right there. Jamming out now. Hey, that's not too bad.
I think that cargo ship captain's head is as thick as a plank. Go help him, Flint.
Cargo ship reports serious trouble. Biont scrap parts floating in its course. The pilot is angry. Hurry up, Flint. Cargo ship's captain reports damage to the hull. He can't take the wreckage bombardment much longer.
Have been sighted at the marker. Watch out.
Attack the marked target now. Flint, I don't mean to press you, but the cargo ship's about to sink. Get going.
I need to look for a new leader for ants.
Well, good flipping Christ! You're too stupid to shoot some crap. How about you tell the captain to fucking reverse thrust to the bitch? Pardon my language. I was like, oh god. Wait, do I gotta do all? Oh, I gotta do all this again. Nope, I'm done. Alright, so the mechanics in the game, I mean, it's a fun concept, but the game itself, a lot of talking, the action is kind of shoddy, the mouse handles like crap. I don't know why Arx got this game, it's a bad game. So this is where I'm gonna go ahead and leave it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, pardon my language. Trying to keep it kid-friendly as possible, because you know I'm sans and all, but this is just a bad game. It's not Bone-efull. I would not recommend it. It's not 10 bones out of 10. It's 0. Alright, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. And hopefully, when Arx sees you guys, it's in the DK. Peace out.